What is up? Fucking YouTube, Twitch, we're back. It's been a minute. Have you missed us?
Certainly missed doing this and missed a hell of a lot these last couple weeks.
Yeah, shit's been busy. Super busy actually. But we are back. We're happy to be back. We missed you. Check it out. Sharon says Sharon's already here.
Missed you, Sharon. Thanks for hopping on with us.
For those
How's
of
it?
you who might not have been here before, this is the Chords V Plug podcast. I'm Blizza.
Big Red.
And that's it for an intro. That's all I got.
How's everybody been though? How was everybody's fourth? Hope it was well.
Mine was okay. I was dealing with a flood. I don't even know if I told you that, but my basement was flooding like crazy. Not
That
actually
sucks.
on the 4th, but leading up to the 4th. That big, like, fucking 8 thunderstorms we had in 2 days totally fucked my basement up.
That sucks.
Yeah. So
Luckily all your equipment was safe.
yeah, for sure. I caught it right when it started, and it was worse than I originally thought. But it was a huge fucking ordeal to keep up with it, so that the basement didn't actually flood. It was basically me and my girlfriend like sleeping for an 8-hour shifts.
I could imagine exactly. Trying to keep the boat from filling up. Yeah. I could fucking imagine.
At one point, we were moving 6 gallons of water every 3 minutes.
Jesus, that sounds fucking horrible.
Yeah, and that was steadily for 2.5 days. I think it might have been 3 days. I just got delirious after a while.
7 days and 7 nights.
Right. At the beginning of the 3rd day, I was just like, fuck it. Let's just move everything from that side to that side and let's go get a hotel room. We could fucking deal with it when we come back. But at that point, we were already fucking pot committed, spent fucking 48 hours doing it. But yeah, it was rough.
We need to find dry land.
Even the dogs are going crazy because the shop vacs running 24 hours a day, basically. We actually went and bought 2 more shop vacs. It was crazy.
So it's flashbacks of working North Coast.
Yeah.
And other northerly events.
Yeah, there were some flashbacks happening for sure, man. Was not a happy camper. So on the 4th of July, it was like a couple of days after that, and I was still out of it. So I basically just like slept on and off for the next 2 days straight.
That's funny because, I got a little bit of a promotion at work. So I've been putting in longer hours, longer days, more days, and working a little bit harder when I was there. So leading up to the 4th, I was like on my feet for like 30 straight hours leading into it. So the 4th, I pretty much just chilled at the fucking house all day, and it was fabulous. I don't regret a fucking thing.
Right on. Congratulations on the fucking next step up.
Thank you. Been getting my John Taffer on for a couple weeks now.
Right on.
But yeah, I mean, we certainly missed a lot of crazy, fucking wild, wacky events, in this first year of the Biden regime.
Hey, what's happening? Audio Jack stopping into the stream on Twitch.
They they'd have you believe that we've already had an event worse than 9/11. Now this assault on legislators are flying across the country, flashing ID at TSA to fly across the country to protest people having to give ID to vote. And they're going to tell you that this is the biggest attack on democracy since the Civil War.
I know.
All of this, and we're not even halfway through Biden's first year.
And just like that.
Yeah, I just think that maybe people should prepare for Pearl Harbor because it's coming. It has to be coming.
Right? We went 9/11, Civil War. Got to be Pearl Harbor. And then right after that, probably the Revolution, right?
Yep.
Revolutionary War, I should say. I don't want to, get lumped in with anti-government extremists that say the word freedom or anything,
When's the last time you bought Legos? Hopefully you're paying cash last time you bought Legos.
Right? Do they not know that there's a Death Star Lego? All right, Red. Go ahead and take it away. I'm gonna shoot out a bunch of Discord links real quick.
All right. So yeah, we haven't been on in a couple weeks, so we're gonna actually reach way back and try to cover as much as we can. There's definitely some good stuff in here. Can you bring the screen up, the Twitter screen?
Yep.
Thank you for the congrats, Sharon. I appreciate it. It's also the reason why the Poso book, a real good Antifa book review hasn't fucking happened yet because I'm like about halfway through it. I don't have as much time to read at work as I was, but I'm gonna get through it, and I've got some interesting stuff to talk about when I do. So yeah, going back all the way back to June 15th. If you follow us on Discord, this is a story that I definitely shared. Where am I? Yeah, this is where I want it to be. So yeah, they're going to be arming mosquitoes with bacteria in order to fight diseases. It's been successfully done, and you'll be seeing these guys out in the future. I'm fucking sure if they're not already fucking out there. If this isn't just something they're letting you know that we have, years after the fucking fact. But what a time. You got this pandemic flying around, and they tried to make us terrified of the mosquitoes fucking before with the West Nile and fucking all this shit. It's frightening, man. It's frightening on many levels.
That's fucked. It's fucked up to even think about. Like,
so yeah, we can give a mosquito medicine. Well, what else can you give a mosquito to I guess not help people? What could you give a mosquito if you wanted to fuck some people up?
I mean, I guess this isn't the conspiracy because they're not robot mosquitoes, right?
Yeah, it's not like that little bee on Richie Rich. But yeah, next time you swat a mosquito, maybe save a bit and take it under a microscope.
Yeah, if you have the Home Scientist Lego kit, check that shit out.
Mosquitoes are going to eradicate dengue fever. Good for them.
If there's anybody watching on YouTube right now, I'm pretty sure you should hit that thumbs up button just for the fucking thumbnail this week. Red came through with a banger.
Going back to Sleepy Joe's Putin summit, got a clip here of Joe Biden referring to Putin as Trump. He just can't get the orange man off his fucking mind. Somebody needs to fucking write down on one of his notes that the orange man's fucking gone. I don't think Biden got that fucking memo yet.
Right. I think he's still waking up every morning, seeing what Trump said. the day or the during the night when he was sleeping.
We got beloved. Well, Joey most votes. We'll use that one. Flat out letting everybody know that he only takes questions from specific reporters. They gave me a list.
Right? Like we didn't know that shit already.
Who'd have thought, man? Who'd have thought that Joe Biden wasn't getting the tough questions?
Right? They gave me a list of people, and it says here on the list that I should ask for Shannon. Shannon.
I can only call on the Scowlers. I will not calling on anybody with a smile on their face. So stop smiling.
Right? I could tell by the grimace on your face that you work for CNN. Go ahead with your question, please. And yes.
Yes, I did get 2 scoops.
Yes. That's why people are freaking out, because they haven't seen him get ice cream in the last week or so. I think shit must be serious.
So we got our first Fauci sighting in this episode. Fauci's definitely taken a step back out of the fucking headlines, hasn't he?
Yeah, I read something today that said that he is not going to be the face of the mandated vaccines. Meaning that the mandated vaccines are coming, but it's just not going to be him out front.
It's a lot of other things fucking going on, that I guess as usual, sort of sweep the fucking news cycle, and all of a sudden you don't hear anything about this lab leak anymore. It's
actually a bunch of stuff was coming out still.
Absolutely, but you're not seeing
it.
Exactly. Absolutely.
I know I don't know, I'm pretty sure we're going to get into it, but one of the world's foremost gain of function scientists said that vaccines can be manipulated with no signs.
Yes.
No trace.
No trace was the words, exactly.
And then there's supposed to be, Congress is demanding an investigation into the military games that were held in China, in Wuhan, in October.
Yes, I saw that this morning. Yes, that there was evidence from the people that were there of an outbreak. People came up sick, and Wuhan was reportedly a ghost town where people were not allowed on the streets. It was locked down. Because I sort of, myself personally, I sort of go back and forth was it a lab leak, or was this thing intentionally fucking released for whatever reason, to fucking make Trump look as horrible as fucking possible, to fucking shut down all the fucking governments and to usher in this fucking communism. I'm sort of, back and forth, waiting for the facts to come out to really, put my stake down on which side I fucking truly fucking believe. But
I think the probability is like, in my personal opinion, it came from the lab. And I really, really hope that it wasn't on purpose. Because if it was, then it's, what else could it mean but war? Audio Jack says, did you know a quarter will stick to the spot where you got the vaccine?
Yeah, I didn't know, because I don't have a fucking a jab to fucking try it on.
That's not true though, Jack. There's a lot of videos. A lot of people faked videos when the vaccine first came out, but that's not true. They're not magnetic. Unless you got the vaccine and you could show me. That'd be interesting. Mr. President.
Here we go. We're gonna have the Chords V Plugs bird watch at this moment. We have to fact check
Right? We're going to need a
The
lot of
commander-in-chief.
When President Putin was questioned today about human rights, he said the reason why he's cracking down on opposition leaders is because he doesn't want something like January 6th to happen in Russia. And he also said that he doesn't want to see groups formed like Black Lives Matter. What's your response to that, please?
My response is kind of what I communicated, that I think that's a ridiculous comparison. It's one thing for literally criminals to break through cordon, go into the Capitol, kill a police officer, and be held unaccountable.
What?
And it is for people objecting and marching on the Capitol and saying, you are not allowing me to speak freely. You are not allowing me to do A, B, C, or D. And so they're very different criteria. Steve Holland, Reuters.
Steve.
Check his list.
Sorry. President Putin said he was satisfied with the.
He had to check his list to see, who he was supposed to call out next. But yeah, how many times? How many more times are they? Yeah. You want to talk about a big fucking lie, right?
Yeah, the big lie that police officers were murdered on the January 6th. That's a huge lie.
Where the fuck is Birdwatch?
Shout out to Todd Packer. Todd, I believe that's Todd from the Politically Provoked. I appreciate the follow, buddy. Good to see you.
We got more hypocrisy.
Jack says he tried hopping in Discord. You're in the Discord, right, Jack? Post a vid in there. I'll definitely check it out. We're gonna go through the news. We haven't done an episode of the podcast for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
so we got a lot of catching up to do first.
Yeah,
but I want to see it.
So Biden says it's ridiculous for Putin to compare the imprisonment of Navalny to arrests made following January 6th. No mention of fucking Julian Assange, which you'd think, Putin actually did. Yeah, Putin was throwing all sorts of shit in his face. Putin was fucking trolling this man so fucking masterfully the whole fucking week. It's pathetic.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk on the especially in the Twitch politics about how reporters are treated in other countries and how could we support countries that arrest and fucking basically kidnap reporters. And we're like, I'm thinking to myself, where the fuck have you been? Like, hello. Reality winner just got out of jail. Fucking Assange is never getting out of jail. Khashoggi was murdered. You know what I mean? Like, where the fuck have you been, guys? Welcome to the party, I guess, but
it's a perfect segue into this video. What did you think of Biden snapping at the CNN reporter at the Putin summit? Do you remember that? I got it right here. I could play it. Yeah, I think it was so fucking staged.
My first instinct when I saw it, and then granted, like I said, I mean, we haven't done this in a while, so it was a couple weeks ago when it happened. But my first instinct when I saw it was,
hold on, I'll fucking just mute it. Go ahead.
My first instinct when I saw it happen was like, isn't that one of the telltale signs of like early onset dementia and Alzheimer's is erratic emotional responses?
It's a pretty good take.
I mean, that's immediately what I thought.
I thought with it being, his little CNN pets and just like how he walks, he takes 2 steps, he's got the fucking earpiece. It just seemed like he was following fucking orders there.
Yeah.
And doing his fucking best to keep up.
It's funny because the evolution went from snapping and getting angry and walking people down to leaning over and whispering in the mic. So,
yeah.
If anybody thinks that's genuine and a way to connect with everyday Americans.
It is fucking hilarious. Yeah, the whispering did come right after this.
Right? Like little things that people don't. I actually like it when we take a little bit of time in between these episodes. You know what I mean? Because it's not just snap judgments. Even though I think I'm right about early onset dementia.
Remember when Biden said he was restoring the soul of the nation?
Yeah. Yeah. You remember when Biden said that he was going to be the great unifier? The unification president?
Biden's Justice Department has asked the Supreme Court to reinstate the death penalty for Boston Marathon bomber.
Oh. Well, yeah,
Not his soul.
I could dig it. I could dig that though.
But
I'm surprised he actually said that because Trump also said the same thing. So
yeah, I don't a huge deal didn't get made out of this. I was expecting there to be some sort of backlash from, the red and black.
Yeah. Well,
but
I mean,
yeah, really,
that's going to the Supreme Court though, right?
Yeah, I guess we'll wait and see when the decision is finally made. I guess it's definitely something to watch.
Welcome Shrimp Cocktail to the stream on YouTube.
I love horseradish and ketchup.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw up links to the Discord if anybody's interested in joining the Discord. This is where we spend most of our days.
Oh no.
Chilling out back and relaxing all cool.
I was trying to pause that fucking vaccine commercial. Stay paused. So yeah, have faith in the ideology of science, the priests of science. NBC reported June 17th that scientists did not come forward sooner to back the Wuhan lab leak theory because at the time, it was scarier to be associated with Trump and to become a tool for racists. So people didn't want to publicly call for an investigation into lab origins.
Exactly. Politics.
Ideology. Science is a blatant fucking ideology and a flawed one, just like all ideologies. Don't take that as fuck science and I'm a science denier or any of that. Quite the contrary. But I do not put my faith in science. I'm not a blind follower because a man with a bunch of receipts hanging on his wall said so.
I don't know if I posted the Discord link in your Twitch too, but I don't know if it popped. I think you might still have it blocked.
No, I think I got to do it on the website. Yeah, I'll do it in a second. I'll do it like on a browser.
Jack said he put the link in memes in the Discord. I'll definitely check it out, Jack, for sure. I played some Call of Duty Cold War with Jack the other day for the first time in forever.
So yeah, did you hear that June 17th, the entire volunteer Portland Police riot squad resigns?
Yeah, they just did, they didn't quit being cops in Portland. They just quit being the emergency response team. So they have no SWAT team unless other people got promoted.
They got Antifa protecting the streets now. The black coats.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in a little back and forth today in a different Discord, and I was looking at the numbers, and Portland is up, just the homicide rate in Portland was up 84% or something like that since defund started. I think the national average is 30%. And Portland was up in the 80s. Shrimp Cocktail says it's all bullshit. All of it.
Every bit.
Every single piece of it. Trash.
Oh man, I remember when Portlandia first came out. I had such high hopes for Portland. And originally, fuck yeah, I did. I had long before the Chaz and shit, a solid probably 8 fucking years ago, at least 9-10 years ago now, when it was just starting, when it was just a bunch of young people getting together and growing fucking vegetables, like fucking communal gardening and shit. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
let's see what fucking happens. And they made a hard left.
I think the music scene from the 90s made Portland sound kind of decent, and people forgot that it was in Oregon. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's fucking shitty there. You want to know why they're so angry and fucking hate-filled? Try fucking living somewhere where it rains all fucking year long. You know what I mean? Every day. I don't even know if it's like that in Portland, but it looks depressing. Even in that picture, look how dreary, just drab it looks. You know what I mean? Overcast.
Our mayor, Lori Lightfoot, declares racism a public health crisis in Chicago. And now she is diverting, just like Biden is as well, diverting COVID relief funds
Yeah,
to combat racism.
$10 million from COVID relief to combat white supremacy in Chicago? Question mark. Jack says, "Never mind. It sticks to the arm regardless." I was gonna say, Jack, you ever hear? What was that dude's name that used to go to all the bars and Canhead or something? You know what I'm talking about, Red?
No.
I think it was Canhead. A dude that had like his skin would always be like a suction, I guess. Like something was up with his skin, like biologically, where if you put something on it,
it wasn't magnetized.
No,
because I think I've
no.
seen some of that shit on Ripley's. Or people were fucking got magnetized.
Yeah, no, he wasn't magnetized. His actual skin would.
He's like a squid. He had like fucking suction cup skin.
Yeah, like no matter what he put on his fucking body, no matter where at on his body, if it was just bare skin, it would like his skin would actually like the new the suction cup treatment they have. It would be like putting one of those glass domes on your skin and then your skin just sucking its way in on its own without the actual vacuum. Crazy shit. He'd do it with like full beers at like 45-degree angles off of his head. He probably got a lot of free beers doing that.
So more reports of China beefing up its military capacity. Definitely, we've talked about months ago how they're like reinstating manliness in their fucking military ranks, right at the same time as we are not only purging our military of patriots and people who actually believe in the Constitution and believe in, fighting for these ideas and, like the people that came before us to, high-heeled marching, green and pink-haired social justice warriors. I think there's definitely, some accuracy to what Cerno is warning about, that how we are being set up to fail basically in a military event. Absolutely. And it's like somebody, a researcher who I followed for a long time, highly recommend a lot of their YouTube videos and shit. But talked about this years ago, man, back when George Bush was president, and how the American dream and all this was being set up to fail. How the W, which was GW Bush, began this, the destruction basically of the idea of America, all the way to what we're seeing now. It was a little bit harder to believe then, but it's fucking happened. We're fucking there. And all it really does take is for one embarrassing fucking ass whooping, and all this very well could be over. The idea of America as we know it be a thing of the fucking past, a racist, rewritten as racist fundamentalism.
Yeah. That needs liberating from European socialists or something. The UN, maybe.
Yep.
Shrimp Cocktail says Portland has always been ground zero for government experiment shenanigans and sellouts.
Youth protest group inspired by Greta Thunberg disbands, accusing itself of racism.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw this when you posted it, and I literally laughed out loud. look at her face too. Look at her face.
Hilarious. On a long enough timeline, everything's racist and everything's fucking, so just shut it all down. We should all just drink the Kool-Aid and end this tonight, huh?
Yeah, right. Fuck. It's fucking. What was his name? Jim Jones. There would have been a ton more people in that fucking place if it was these days.
So yeah, here we have the 10 million in COVID funds going to address the issue of racism. The CDC says wear a mask to combat racism.
Huh.
Oh, this one was fucking funny. I do got to show this one. So I commented about unvaccinated sperm and called it liquid gold. And of course the left had to jump in on it.
What did they
say? Somebody actually went back and deleted their fucking tweet. I said my unvaccinated sperm is only going up in value. Liquid gold. It says, but I think the guy who I ended up fucking finally responding to deleted it. Yeah, he did. He says, what's it called? Oh, that's fucking terrible. Like, yeah, nobody wants to hook up with an ugly soul. Womp womp.
I vaguely remember he was talking about
it's posted in our Discord.
Yeah, it is still in the Discord. Something about women appreciate people that buck norms, not fucking deny science or something.
Hey, what's the ratio of women to norms that you have bucked? Fuck. I'm glad those screenshots live in fucking in the Discord.
Mm-hmm. The Discord is key especially for Twitter beefs.
More of China's shit falling out of the sky.
What is that? The Shenzhou 12 launcher?
Yeah. Landed on a civilian
whole ass rocket.
Landed on a civilian road in China. Great job. Great work, everybody.
Yeah. Yep. Too bad people at the villages downriver won't be able to eat now because the road's fucked up.
Yeah. They definitely are gonna beat Elon to fucking China. Or to China to Mars.
Elon's been in China.
Yeah. I mean, fucking Elon's self-landing fucking rockets on drone ships and shit. These guys can't even get theirs to hit a fucking body of water.
Right? They have
Unreal.
no clue. They're like, it's coming.
Yeah. They're trying their best to make all their shit land on India, I'm telling you.
Duck. Audio Jack said it was sweat. It makes a lot more sense that, yeah, I'm going to experience more before I believe shit like that again. Well, at least I know a neat magic trick.
Definitely something to this, man. And so $1,500 for this fucking basic ass communist fucking outfit. And I've been seeing a lot of this in a lot of fucking store shelves, man. Especially specifically the brown shirt of fucking communism, the doo-doo shirt, basically. If anybody out there plays fucking 2K, and if you think about how hard of a firm of a grip that China has on not just basketball but the 2K game, I think there's a little bit something more to the doo-doo shirt, to the booty shirt, you know?
Yeah, brown shirt, gray sweatpants. The old saying was what? Brown to red? Isn't that the old saying?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, $1,500 fucking dollars for some gray ass shit. I read The Giver. I see what's wrong here. This bland ass fucking world you guys are trying to fucking create. But how are they going to sit here and tell us, that everything's revolves around race and color and differences and all this shit, but then
You're trying
At
to
the
make
same time,
people
trying
look
to make the world
sloppy as
great.
fuck.
Trying to make the world gray. You know,
Not just
the very
that,
next
but
sentence.
wearing sweatsuits. Like they're not even tearaways or,
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, right.
you know, they're not even warm-ups.
Where's the imagination? This is hilarious and was perfect for Diversity Month. Oh,
That's
it's so good.
perfect. I didn't see that. That was great. That was the first time.
Oh, it's
right.
fucking lovely. It really
right.
was.
We got a Lucid is based. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. Lucid is based says open discussion, but I got a follow question mark. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, yes.
Eggshell. I love the pale nimbus.
It's great. I'm gonna use that shit at some
Absolutely. And somebody's being just a little bit too white or maybe even off white.
Right? It's gonna be so funny. We're gonna save that one. It's like an anime parody. Said, what is this voice acting? That was the actual.
Yeah, that was the actual
movie.
Yeah, the only thing that was fake was the cards. They just edited in the cards.
That was American Psycho, right?
Yes.
Yeah, all they did was add in the rainbow flags for Pride Month.
Definitely have to watch that movie. It's a good one.
That is good stuff.
CCPs. Go ahead.
I was just about to say that I hadn't seen that one yet, dude, and that's fucking great.
CCP selects Wuhan Institute as candidate for Outstanding Science and Technology Achievement Award.
Oh, is this their excuse for taking the server in September? Is it because they wanted to study it to see who gets the award?
Back in China, rest assured that there is nothing to see. The narrative is exactly as you see right there. You know, Joe Biden, the most popular fucking president, the most votes in history. The Wuhan lab, the safest, cleanest lab in the history of fucking labs. As Donald Trump would say, tremendous lab.
Spick and span. They're going to be filming commercials for disinfecting equipment at that lab for the rest of eternity. It's been slowing down as far as regular news coverage, but it hasn't stopped. I don't think it ever will until
a lot like the vaccine side effects.
Until this missing pangolin gets found, right?
Mm-hmm. Boys aged 14 to 19 suffered from a very rare type of heart inflammation. It looks like a heart attack. And we've seen that story fucking progress to where we know that it's rare, but just another side effect that, you know, they won't tell you about. We just say, go get that fucking vaccine. Don't ask no questions.
Yeah, Lucid is based calling us anti-vaxxers now. We're not anti-vaxxers, dog.
Yeah, just informed. Just, you know, be I'm not a big fan of the bait and switch.
Yeah.
So I like to know what I'm buying, and definitely like to know.
I'd like to see one long-term study. That's what I like. I'm fully aware that at some point I'm probably going to get the vaccine, but it's not right now. So the anti-vax shit, you could kick rocks with that. I got the measles. I got fucking polio. I got all the vaccines, bro. All 30 fucking 6 of them that are fucking mandated by the United States of America.
Israel says it's air quotes developing an airborne laser to shoot down drones. Might be a lot like those doctor mosquitoes that they're being developed to fight dengue.
They're one up in Russia with the dolphin lasers.
Yeah, fucking right, dude.
Mr. Biggs, Mr. Biggs. I don't know why I called you Mr. Biggs. It's just Biggs. He said Mr. Clean Wuhan edition. And when we were talking about how spick and span it was, that was the visual that popped in my head, but I didn't know how to make it funny. Good job.
Yeah, one good thing about the crypto market crash, we don't have to worry about crypto taxes this year. Look on the bright side.
I mean, nobody really worries about crypto taxes, right? Isn't that the whole thing?
It's the gains. It's the capital fucking gains tax that fucking Biden fucking.
Oh yeah.
Nobody's pulling their fucking money out now. Everybody that's in it is riding it the fuck out.
Right.
Fuck it. And if you do take anything out, you fucking lost money.
All right, we got a couple of comments from chat here. Lucid says, "I'd love to know where you all align politically." You can go first.
Well, keep listening. You can find out.
Right?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah, you tell me, since everybody fits into a nice little box these days. He says, "I can guess from the clown world, but are you trying to make the claim that this is not currently clown world? I'd like to see source for that." Audio says, "Right wing. It's Quakes. Thanks for following, buddy. Appreciate you hitting the follow button."
Appreciate you.
Conservative. I am a conservative. I have no problem saying that shit. But you should keep listening and then tell us what you think. Some people tell me I'm not a conservative. You know, leftists say I'm practically Hitler. Who knows? And the far right wing guys think I'm, might as well be Bernie. Biggs is a right center pragmatic libertarian. You're playing their games with all the words, Biggs. All you got to do is tell them my motto is fuck you. You know what I mean?
And just one finger one finger for the visually and hearing impaired.
Right.
Not like specifically but just in case they can't, make or they just don't speak English. Wrap that up in there too.
Yeah.
All inclusive.
Hey, it looks like everybody in the chat is conservative so far, except for Lucid. Lucid says he's the only lefty here. Are you a leftist or just a lefty?
Leaning left or
because there are so many boxes these days. I'd be interested. I'll even offer a fig leaf and let you know that Big Red here, he was a Bernie bro. That's to say nothing about where he is now, because everybody knows that Bernie sold out. So he might be further left, though. Who knows? I love the word salad. I can't. After like six describing words, after, you know what I mean? After so many words that are just describing one word in the sentence, I'm like, fuck you.
Word salad only creates militant vegans.
Right? I mean, I think it only works on the left, too. The people on the right are like, yeah, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? On the left, you become like Vosh. All you got to do is word salad jargon, fucking Master Chief,
Mm-hmm. So, Blizz, you remember when U of I said that they were going to make tuition free for Illinois residents?
Was that U of I? I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, some probably disenfranchised low-income Illinois residents, but yeah, there is a stipulation. You need your jab. So much for all this. We need more access to education. So much for all that fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
It went right
Yeah.
out the fucking window real fucking quick, didn't it?
Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
More classist bullshit.
Like, don't
And you
HIPAA
can't
laws
say
mean
that it's not.
anything? Like, don't HIPAA laws mean anything anymore?
CNN, meanwhile, in China.
My fault. I was muted.
No, you're good. Jamel Hill announces that she's going on Spotify, starting her own fucking podcast, you know, a podcast network for black women by black women. And this was right after Biden was saying that, you know, people of color can't use the internet. His vice president doubled down this week and said that they don't know how to, they can't screenshot or just take a photo of their ID with their smartphones because those Obama phones are such pieces of shit and the cameras are so shitty on them. But yeah, I mean, Biden said that people of color don't know how to use the internet, and somehow this amazing woman has managed to start and launch her own network run by black. It's a miracle. At least Biden would say it is.
Huh. Well, would you look at that?
Yeah, Biden was wrong again. German Chancellor Angela Merkel receives her Moderna as a second jab after the AstraZeneca shot. This was a week after the G7, so she was not fully vaccinated at that event, just in case anybody was wondering.
Yeah.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, I did see that. So she went and met up with all the world leaders and wasn't fully vaccinated. That's what you're telling me?
So that's what I'm telling you.
All right, we got Lucid is Based saying I'm a Marxist Leninist. So is that you're a tanky? Is that what you're saying? Big says I just want to be left alone and to leave everyone else alone.
Amen. Do no harm, take no shit. It's my philosophy.
Preach. Leftists be like lettuce leaf. The right.
But a Marxist Leninist who, on one hand, believes that, you know, that the government is fucking corrupt and greedy and capitalism was, you know, run astray and takes advantage of all the disenfranchised, wants to give all the power to a government and say, this ain't going to happen. We're going to do it right. Because this time I'm around. How naive.
I could do it so much better. All they needed was a benevolent leader the whole time. That's all they ever needed. Big says they ain't got no Kinkos, bro. So why you hating? It ain't their fault. Lucid says, nah, tankies don't care about the causes. You're right. They just want to blow shit up, or drive tanks through town squares, right? So, Marxist Leninist. So you believe in a revolution, a violent revolution to bring forth
equality. You got to die so we could be equal.
Right? Because I mean, basically that's the difference, right? Maybe you could teach us a little bit about Marxist Leninists. Maybe my understanding isn't, complete. Big says I hate being on mobile. It's so much delay. Yeah, I'm not keeping up with it right away, but I am going through with the comments on screen, so it makes it a little easier for people to follow. Agreed, Biggs. All right. Lucid says peaceful when able, violent when necessary in Warcraft.
When is it necessary?
Minecraft, I tried to say.
But it's like, if you are on the right side if what you're doing is truly the correct way, and you know it is a noble and just cause, you shouldn't have to use violence. It's like if the other side simply doesn't understand that they're wrong and that you are carrying the light. It's just like beating a dog or beating a child because they don't understand. Show them, walk the walk, and demonstrate. Lead by example and show us that what you're doing is the fucking right way. Because you're never going to get anywhere fucking crusading for your cause. Study history, specifically that Lenin and Marxism.
Shrimp Cocktail says, all I care about is the 16 cents I saved 4th of July weekend. Hail Biden. It's hilarious too, because they didn't count like the rises in propane costs, the rises in charcoal costs if you don't have propane.
Yeah, I'm a charcoal man myself.
You know what I mean? Who the fuck eats hot dogs and grilled or baked beans on the 4th of July? You know what I mean? We're Americans. We eat steak, motherfucker. How much did steak go up, Joe?
Yeah, ridiculous fucking amount.
All right. Appreciate that, Lucid. He said in a video game, of course. Shrimp cocktail. Shrimp
God
cocktail.
damn it! Not the goddamn shrimp cocktail prices.
You know the world is going to hell in a handbasket. We used to be the gluttonous country.
Fucking would rain ketchup and horseradish.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna go here. So we should have just let Germany figure it out. Okay, so
Yeah, that's what you got from what I said. You really got that? Really? Why? How did that thought come into your brain? Explain the thought process.
I think what he's trying to say is I don't want to assume genders out there, you know. I think what they are trying to say is that Stalin could have just led by example and Hitler still would have done really bad things. Which is probably true, and Stalin did lose most of the men to Hitler in World War II, but
he also killed plenty on his own and starved them.
Guess who actually came through with the close, though? Closers are just as important as starting pitchers.
Amen. Fucking right. Tell that to my White Sox. Because the reliever is just as important as the fucking closers. We ain't got nobody to back them boys up. But I digress.
Audio Jack says burning Dairy Queens in Minecraft. Sure see how that helps. How high am I? I'm always high, Biggs. It's legal all the way around in my state.
Funny you should say, because I'm just packing one up myself. Can you smell it?
It's pretty fucking humid, so I smell a lot of things. Yeah, Biggs, if I'm like ever interacting, I'm pretty stony. Otherwise, I'm sleeping.
I had to pack one up to deal with this guy jumping to Germany.
Yeah, I kind of want to. I've been kind of wanting to have a conversation with an actual leftist. But
well, we can definitely have this communism fucking talk, but probably our next episode, because I wanna finish where we are so we don't get too fucking steamrolled with news and shit. But Lucid, I'm very interested. No insults. It'll be intelligent fucking conversation. We are absolutely down to do this. So Lucid, please stick around, jump into our Discord, and we will definitely make this happen. And we appreciate it too, definitely.
I will. Here's the Discord link, Lucid. If you want, man, we could literally schedule a talk just to actually have a talk, because I think I might have a misunderstanding on what communism is, but I think that just a good faith conversation will probably enlighten both of us. I mean, communism to me is basically destroying all unnecessary forms of hierarchy, right? Just getting rid of it.
And me personally, it's not lost on me. You know, I look to the future. Whether Blizza doesn't really share my opinion on where humanity is going, but I see the robot workforce. I see in my lifetime, most likely in my lifetime, a vast majority of fucking jobs are going to be fucking, especially like manufacturing, stuff like that, is going to be replaced by fucking robots. You go even further down history, another 100, another 200 years, the jobs simply aren't going to be there. You're going to have all these fucking people, hopefully have all these people on this fucking planet with little to no work for them to do. So a communist system, a global income is definitely something that is going to have to happen sooner or later. But I am of the opinion of that communism as we know it today is a flawed and failed system and probably will not ever work. But Blizza and I have discussed it a few times that maybe, I'm completely not against trying something new and trying to fucking solve the problems. Maybe it is a mix of fucking capitalism and communism. Maybe there is an answer, but communism as we know it, I am not convinced is the answer, and I'm not willing to go down that fucking road because history repeats itself. And I'm not trying. I like to break cycles. I don't like to perpetuate cycles. So let's find something better instead of going backwards. Is my opinion.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, I'm skipping ahead a couple of messages here, but Lucid says, "Hey, we could all agree Biden bad." Yes.
Oh yes.
Yes. But yeah, man, join the Discord and we'll do this sometime next week if you want to actually have a talk.
Yeah, 'cause we've got a couple hours here. I unfortunately have to go to work tonight. I want to wrap this stuff up and get through as much of it as we can.
Yeah, for sure. Sharon liked Shrimp's joke too.
Did you guys know out there that black people are more likely to die in traffic accidents? I don't know what's racist, the cars or the traffic, but I think maybe quarantining black people for their safety should be the next CDC guideline. Because it's just so fucking hard out here and so dangerous for black folk out there. Maybe we should just self-quarantine them.
I'm actually surprised that it didn't turn into an angle. Jack says there's already robot restaurants.
Speaking of I guess Fauci didn't get the memo on racism because he's out here saying that the Delta variant is the greatest threat in the U.S. These guys got to get their fucking notes together. There's too many fucking greatest threats to democracy in America. How could you keep up with this shit?
Right? Jesus Christ.
We've
had 4 of the number 1 threats in the last 30 days. Jesus.
They just keep fucking coming, man.
Big says we just need one world government and get it over with. No, I don't think so.
What was this one? Started writing about white working class boys being the new educational underclass in 2015. Have young men become the new educational underclass? It's interesting.
Of course they have. The women for the last fucking, at least when I was in college, it was like 60% women, 40% men in college. Period. Like overall numbers.
Shit, I've said it a few times that affirmative action is going to flip, and it isn't much of a joke. And it very well could be the fucking end game with all this social justice shit.
Right on. Lucid, join the Discord server. Yeah, we'll message during the week. We're real active in the Discord, so if anybody else wants to join the Discord, jump on in, man, and be as active as you want to be in the community. but Lucid in particular, we'll set something up maybe for sometime next week if we could all get it together. That's why me and Red haven't been streaming so often lately, is because schedule conflicts and such. But we will always be back.
CNN saying basically the relationship between the two great powers is facing a layer of uncertainty. I don't think it's as grim as they'd like you to fucking believe. So I said here there's two scenarios. One is war, the second is Biden gets Z to come on, man, but it might be the other way around.
Xi gets Biden to come on, man.
Come on, man. Absolutely. That's it.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, let's all hope that's the answer.
Hey, some people would probably agree with you.
Right? That's what we're going for, Biggs. We're trying
That's
to
why
end up
that's
on
why I'm
that
not on
list.
YouTube. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if you heard the news about a list, but
We're gonna
news
get
came
to
out
it.
today.
Another list. They've been making lists since fucking before the election. You know who liked making lists?
Some might even say an enemies list.
Mm-hmm. Hillary Clinton privately warned France. We do love the Clintons, so may or may not love the Clintons.
I am confirmed a Clinton lover. I've never said anything bad against the Clintons ever. I really like the Clintons.
Privately warned France that Wuhan lab may lead to bioweapon research. If you want the plugs, you can see the plugs. Oh yeah, remember when Kamala Harris wouldn't go to the border, and then Donald Trump announced he was going to the border, and Kamala decided she had to go the next day?
She went to El Paso. That's like 1,000 miles away from where the fucking
where the crisis is. Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
She went for the Tex-Mex.
Yeah, Kamala Harris fucking uses pay salsa. You know she does.
Yeah, for sure. She definitely buys off the shelf salsa. Audio Jack, you know, you're right. There's definitely full robot restaurants. I mean, not like big ones here, but in other countries there already are. Like 2 workers for an entire restaurant.
Washington Post, February versus June. Merrick Garland shows why he was the right pick to be Attorney General.
And this
June.
is why
Merrick Garland is the wrong man for the job.
Right? And this is why they should mark all news either opinion or news. This is the exact reason.
No, I say you should just mark it all opinion, because there's very little news coming from him. You know, it's whoever the fuck, whatever
Definitely
the opinion is of the
Post.
owner. Absolutely, exactly. It should all just be fucking opinion. It should all have a fucking asterisk, because facts are so fucking diluted and so far and few in between that, you know, it's all basically fucking mind games. You know, it's all a fucking ad for, or a fucking, you know, a hit piece. Clickbait.
Yep. What can we make them angry with today? Because angry people click. We got President Biden is expected to address a rise in gun violence in many cities, saying funding from a COVID-19 relief package could go toward hiring more law enforcement personnel. Oh, you mean refund the police?
154 days in, we are going to refund the police.
Right. We need a GIF or like a loop where it's him leaning into the microphone just saying how many days it's been.
Yeah, we got
155.
I wonder if we could do that.
156.
Yeah, we could start. Yeah, we're gonna add that to our intro.
157.
However many days it's been, we definitely got to try to figure that out.
This is only episode 37.
And then, of course, one of the bigger fucking stories: John McAfee found dead in his prison cell. Fucking what, hours after being announced that he was going to be extradited to the U.S.
Yeah.
And I definitely expected there to be some sort of an information drop by now. And I theorized, whoever, because he's, he said that he's, had a key holder out there somewhere, or a dead man switch. And I could only think that whoever is holding on to that information since his demise, if there is any, could be very well holding on to it to save their own fucking ass.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or their ass might have already been grass.
Exactly.
How long was he locked up?
A long time, yeah. He was in there for a few fucking years. But you're gonna definitely. I think I had some of his. I got his last tweet. Like I've been following him for a while on fucking Twitter, even before I was actually even on fucking Twitter. He was one of the accounts that I would lurk.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I don't know about the suicide just because of having followed him on Twitter for so long and seeing the, everything's good in here posts. I have friends in here. The food ain't bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. Like him getting fucking whacked, tattooed on his arm. Was all of it a work?
Yeah, I don't buy it. Well, the connection with the condo in McAfee? What is
That one was
shit?
garbage. That was absolute fucking garbage. There's no connection there. That was just the left fucking playing mind games and trying to fucking make another Pizzagate fucking thing.
You talking about the Miami?
Yeah, there was no connection with him to that fucking condo.
I heard they found somebody today that was I don't know, prolific. It was, I guess he was the wife of a policymaker in DC, like the wife of somebody important in DC.
I did not see that yet.
They just found her today.
Okay.
What else was I going to say? Oh, the McAfee. The only good joke I heard about McAfee was he's not gone. He's still just running in the background.
No, the one was there was the meme where the screen pops up, the pop-up that you get, and it says your McAfee is out of date, or your McAfee is expired.
Oh yeah.
That was a fucking. I was gonna use that as a fucking as a thumbnail, but we ended up not doing an episode that week, and sort of sad, man. He did think of what you want of him, but he was definitely a fucking capitalist, definitely a fucking genius, probably. Said fuck the government, went on the run. He was a fucking pirate for a little while. Like, I don't know, man. If it isn't somebody that you can't look up to, I don't know who the fuck is.
Right?
It's
He's
a
like
big loss.
Jack Kerouac, modern day Jack Kerouac.
Yeah, huge fucking loss.
Hunter
as
S.
far as I'm
Thompson.
concerned. Exactly. Yep. Too weird to live, too strange to die.
Yep. Sharon like that one. He's just running in the background.
Here we have President Biden threatening the United States people, basically.
The day it was passed, limited the type of people who could own a gun. What type
I'm going to get into that too.
You couldn't buy a cannon. Those who say the blood of patriots,
The thing
about how we're going to have to.
You're going to see later ads for cannons and old newspapers and shit.
Never been. If you want to think you need to have weapons to take on the government, you need F-15s and maybe some nuclear weapons. The point is that there's always
that's a threat.
The ability to rationally limit the type of weapon that can be owned and who can own it. The last time we had to own them.
And my point is,
Second Amendment
the pen is mightier than the F-15.
Definitely it is. Yeah, vote. votes kill more people than guns. We've said that a few times. But just to me, the fact that he had to make that threat to you, to me, to the world.
Yeah. Yeah, my biggest thing is just the fucking rhetoric. Like, obviously nobody wants violence, but everybody should take on their government. Everybody should speak truth to power, right? Isn't that the saying?
And shouldn't be afraid to. Exactly. Should not be afraid to speak
isn't
up.
That kind of what we're built on, is taking on the fucking the government and the wrongdoings of the government. I mean, fucking civil rights, suffrage, slavery. We're kind of built on taking on our government, aren't we?
And the fact that he's got to make this bullshit threat, if he could do it, he would fucking do it. They'd fucking overextend and they'd fucking make their grab. But the fact that he has to make these bullshit threats to us reconfirms my beliefs that you can resist and you can win without firing a shot, or else all this fucking censorship, meme warfare, all of this fucking nonsense that they're doing would be unnecessary. So stay fucking true. Fucking, just keep doing what you're fucking doing. Share memes, fucking make memes, speak the fucking truth, speak your fucking mind, regardless of if people fucking agree with you or not,
Right. What's that old saying? Good trouble. Remember that? Good trouble. Wasn't that like a rallying cry not too long ago?
I'm not sure. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that was Elijah Cummings, wasn't it? The was he a senator that passed away? He was also in the Selma marches and stuff. Good trouble, Selma,
The other side of this threat and shit is he was just talking about the biggest threats to democracy being fucking white supremacy and all that shit. So you're telling me that the racists have nukes?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, like how are they the biggest threat in the fucking if they need F-15s and nukes to fucking how did that happen?
Right?
How did unarmed fucking protesters almost overthrow the fucking government?
So you're telling me that the white supremacists have F-15s and nuclear weapons? That's what you're telling me, Joe? Because the white supremacy is the number one threat to democracy in America. So to take on the government, you would need F-15s and nukes? Audio Jack says you probably could get one of those with some trouble, although it's not impossible. An F-15? That's what I'm talking about. If I know how to fly, I'd have an F-15.
Leave that one there for anybody who wants to see it. White supremacists have weapons of mass destruction and almost nuked the Capitol.
But we have Nancy on the case. We need like a Law and Order. Dun dun.
And here's an interesting take too, as well. As New York suspends Rudy Giuliani's law license for demonstrably false statements regarding the election, I just want to know if all fucking defense attorneys are on notice, because isn't that sort of the fucking job? Don't these motherfuckers embellish and basically get on the fucking stand and fucking lie, cheat, and steal to the best of their fucking ability?
Right.
Is that not the fucking job?
Demonstrably false statements. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's probably 99.8% of attorneys in the world.
How are you supposed to get a guy off of fucking murder, whether he did it or not? How the fuck are you supposed to get hired to do a job, without doing something, demonstrably false?
Yeah.
You're not going to get, you're not going to have any faith. Your client will have no faith in you, as an attorney, and you're going to make no money. So how does this fucking work? And what's the difference between any fucking defense attorney ever?
Yeah, that's wild.
I rest my case.
You think it sticks?
Fuck, dude, with this fucking regime and all of the little cells of judges and fucking, states attorneys and shit everywhere. Fuck. Most likely, man. They are afraid. They are so afraid of not just Trump, but the next Trump, you know? So, yeah, they're going to do everything they fucking can to consolidate as much fucking power and to stop you, me, or anybody with a fucking idea, you know, from ever running for president or ever marching to fucking Washington again. I absolutely believe they're fucking serious. They're terrified of us. They're terrified of this, what we're doing right now. Free thought, people sharing fucking ideas, getting along, laughing about shit. This is the threat to their fucking regime. You know, this is the biggest threat to their air quote democracy today. People getting along, having a good fucking time, making the best of it, doing what the fuck is necessary. This is exactly what the fucking problem is.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I could see that. I could see him getting the shaft. Even though, you know, who fucking knows? He made himself look like a fucking schmuck, you know?
Certainly did, especially painting that fucking hair on his fucking head.
Yep, arguably the most schmuckiest thing.
Yep. And how do you even end up in a room with Sacha Baron Cohen as fucking Borat? You know? Well, I guess I was a hidden camera, but still, how do you do this? And Trump is supposed to be this, you know,
yep,
master of fucking business and negotiations and genius.
Right. Do you think Rudy told him that Sacha Baron Cohen got him? Because it was obviously well before that. You know what I mean? Do you think Giuliani told him,
yeah,
hey, this might be coming up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shit, right? Yeah, that's a good question.
I doubt it.
Very good question.
Audio Jack says, I love the sharing of ideals. That's what we're here for, the conversation. We're probably not going to have time for much actual conversation aside from catching up today, but we'll be back soon.
For what it's worth, McAfee's lawyer saw no signs the man was suicidal.
Yeah, neither did his wife. Neither did his tattoo on his arm.
Yep. Neither did the cryptocurrency whacked that he started and had tattooed on his arm. CNN says cannabis has been associated with a higher likelihood of thinking about suicide in young adults. So I am, in one hand, happy that they're finally addressing, you know, the mental health issues that the fucking lockdowns have fucking caused.
Yeah.
But maybe it's the opposite. Just maybe people who are suicidal are fucking more likely to fucking reach out and try to fucking find some fucking medicine, any sort of coping mechanism, for good or for worse. But just maybe it's the fucking opposite.
Yeah, the way it's worded, when it says young adults means to me 16, 17, 18. So if you're not smoking weed by then you're either doing really good in school, and you know what I mean? You're going places.
You don't have any problems. Exactly. You got no stress. Exactly. Yep. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
Going to bed in a nice, warm, clean bed. Lights never been cut off.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's a legitimate link, because I smoked. I don't even want to say when I started, but I mean, obviously I started when it was legalized in my home state, but in a video game I started way before that.
So now the big question is, at least for me, one of the many questions is, was all this a work? And for what fucking reason, if so?
When I went on the run in Belize, I had friends in the U.S. Embassy in Belize. I knew what was coming down. I'm not stupid. I had arranged with the head of security. I was going to come in. He said, sir, we have it from the highest authority. We are not to allow you entry into the U.S. Embassy. Understand me. Who was the highest authority of the State Department? Hillary Clinton. I'm an American citizen with an American passport. I'm sorry. I'm not wanted in America. I've got no crimes in America. When I went on the run in Belize, I had friends in the U.S. Embassy in Belize. I knew what was coming down. I'm not stupid.
Oh, that's not it.
I had arranged with the head of
Oh,
security.
that's the first drop. I thought it was a longer one. There's a long one where basically he talks about hopefully we'll fucking get into it. Basically gifting laptops to White House staffers, and with a little bit of software in there that would basically give him eyes, ears, and more or less control of these like 30,000 fucking laptops. And we say something like 3 terabytes of data, some shit like that he ended up getting. But
No,
yeah,
that's interesting. Yeah, this is golden. This
guys,
is golden.
see somebody hanging out there in the background?
Oh, you don't want to be in the picture. Or I guess it's all Republicans out there, right?
It wasn't allowed in the picture. It was Joe. She's sitting there staring, just biding her time.
Right?
And
is he gonna trip? Is he gonna trip? Is he gonna pull a McGregor?
There she is.
Soon.
That'll be her out there real soon. Okay, and I completely forgot about this one. The $579 billion bipartisan infrastructure plan. Did anybody? Did you take a look at this?
Yeah, I looked at a little bit of it, but even that's not going to happen.
The biggest thing, yeah. Well, either way, some of this shit is going to be in the plan. You know, it's going to be a revised version of this. But one of the biggest takeaways that I'm sure is going to end up being in there is, you know, the cutting the unemployment of all the things that they could be fucking cutting and slashing. They're going to take the money that's already set aside, that instead of paying it out, they're going to reroute this money and also sell off the fucking oil reserves. You know, 200 something fucking days ago, we were energy fucking independent and had oil reserves. Now there's gas shortages and we are selling we're no longer oil dependent, self-dependent,
solvent.
Yeah, so there you go. And now we're selling our fucking surplus, setting us up for fucking calamity, man, setting us up for fucking failure.
People don't realize the amount, just like I know you and I have talked about it before, but just the sheer amount of death that comes with fucking just stopping fossil fuels. If you just stopped them on a dime, people will die everywhere in Call of Duty.
I can imagine the worst side of human nature pretty easily, and I can easily imagine what it would look like outside my window.
Yeah, especially outside our windows. We're fucking, I don't know if you guys are here for the intro, but we're broadcasting from Chicago. So I feel like I'm deep behind enemy lines every day. Thanks for the follow, Puck Flicker. Appreciate you coming through, man. Thanks for hitting that follow button.
Mm-hmm. So 3 dead, 6 injured stabbing attack in Germany. Man wielding nuke kills 3. Don't think for a second, 3 dead. One. Yep. You put a gun in this. You put a gun into there. 1 dead. Man tried to stab 3, was shot dead.
Contrary to popular opinion, you do not need an F-15 to cause damage. I had a bad trip. No, you finally met yourself and you didn't like what you saw. Yeah, that about sums it up. Anybody that's ever taken a hallucinogenic, I concur.
Oh yeah, do you remember when the George Floyd monument was defaced?
Yeah, I did see that. Whose idea was it to make it white?
Probably a white guy's. Probably some rich white man.
Like, I understand like marble statue and all that, but come on, guys. Come on.
It must be done by a commission or the city council, not a mob in the middle of the night throwing it into the harbor.
People will do what they do. I don't care.
Remember,
By respectfully, shouldn't that be done by a commission or
Always
city council, not a
remember.
mob in the middle of the night?
Oh,
throwing
I'm
it into
so
the garbage?
glad.
Do what they
I'm
do.
so glad we
I don't
have
care
all
about
of this,
statues.
all of this just saved up. Just you and I followed it, and we just filed it away. This will come up again soon. This will also come up again soon.
So
Keep
there
that-
was a
Go ahead.
okay, yeah, no, this was actually a different event. I was thinking of a different event that fucking happened, but there was 2 unvaccinated players test positive, including 4 more positives came back, all from vaccinated individuals. So that was one instance, but there was a which I thought it was there was a cruise ship, an all vaccinated cruise ship that had a fucking COVID outbreak.
Really? I
Yeah,
didn't hear about that.
I'm sure it's got to be coming up. I know I fucking shared it. Is unvaccinated sperm really the next Bitcoin? I sure hope so.
Lauren Southern's just catching up. She's I guess she like turned her whole fucking persona around. Now she's actually doing like debates and stuff. She's doing like Twitch debates and shit instead of being the Blaze
Wow.
person.
It was an Elon fucking tweet. Elon inadvertently tweeted something, and it had like, it was a really fucking old like catalog fucking clipping and shit, and it had a cannon in it for sale. And I shared it. Remember when you couldn't buy cannons, as
Yeah.
Joe fucking said?
Yeah,
And fucking Elon went back and deleted that shit.
yeah, it was a picture of a cannon for sale for like $15, or I think it was like $15. And then there was a wig that was for sale on the same page for like $200. You know what I mean? Back
Mhm.
then, there's like $1 million fucking dollars for a wig. You can get fucking 10 cannons for the price of a wig. You know what I mean?
Belly ho turbo.
What up, Turbo? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Thanks for stopping through.
Dear white people, we minorities live in fear of you, in a certain kind of terror, in fact, a fear that follows us everywhere and watches our every word, action, and expression. Hilarity.
Just hover over that person's picture real quick. I want to see what.
This is why minorities and white people can't get along in America.
Was it EAND.co?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's verified. This guy. Dear white people. Yeah, that's wild. That's the problem.
Yeah, and
Fear
I
is not
actually
a virtue. Fear.
that brings me to something else that I wanted to get into, which is sort of starting to get more and more shocking and appalling. The rare time I've fucking had to sit down and watch TV and actually catch commercials recently, I'm catching a lot of shit on TV where it's, basically, lines are fucking beating up white boys and shit like this, and all these new woke fucking TV channels. And I just can't fucking, can't help but feel like if the shoe was on the other fucking foot, there'd be fucking marches and shit for this. And I really hope we aren't fucking going towards a fucking, another repeat of history, because this is usually how it fucking starts.
Yeah. I mean,
making a group subhuman and
it's yeah. I mean, you could look not even that far. South Africa, right? Weren't they
Yeah.
having problems? Pretty similar. I mean, they had way worse offenses. They were apartheid for a long ass time. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But-
like pay attention to TV and the media and the shit that's fucking coming out, and replace white with anybody else. And if it's wrong, we might
Exactly.
have some fucking problems here.
Exactly. In any comment like this, just substitute the word black for the word white and ask yourself, is it racist? You know what I mean? That's how I do it. That's how I think about these things. Turbo says the tide is changing.
Got
Hope
an
so.
honest take from China. I go, soap operas are like that now too. Really? Woke opera? I guess I shouldn't be too surprised.
Everything is like that now.
China compares Apple daily shutdown to big tech blocking Parler. An honest, based take from China. They are capable of trolling correctly every once in a while.
Yeah,
It's rare.
They're pretty good at it compared to the administration now. They're way good at it.
No, they're not as good as fucking Putin is, though. They're
No,
they're
Putin's-
definitely second.
Yeah, Putin's definitely he's the troll king. Oh, I saw this too. Yeah.
We got any photos?
Yeah, that's a pretty good photo.
Insurrection 2. It's already happened.
A huge movement update on our website from Kayla. In case you haven't seen us tweeting or posting, we're at the White House. I know you hear us. No compromises, no excuses.
Biden.
Yeah, they marched on the White House. 500 young people barricaded 10 entrances to the White House to demand act on election mandate of climate justice and only pass an American jobs plan that includes necessarily ambitious solutions to the crisis.
So
well,
we've
you
already
don't say.
Yeah. So we've already had 2 9/11s.
Crazy.
We're awaiting the third 9/11 already.
Yeah, we're only going back like 3 weeks, guys. Says Parler seems to have went to crap from what I've seen. Yeah. When Amazon Web Service cut them off, that was it for them, honestly.
I wish people at the Pride Parade had some pride in the planet Earth.
Yeah, look how disgusting. We have some intimate fucking knowledge of how these big, huge parties end up. Not Pride in particular, but just parties like that in general where thousands of people go. And it's usually pretty fucking disgusting.
Yeah, the beach, man. I took a trip to Montrose Beach recently. Took some the nieces and nephew out, and our water's pretty fucking polluted, man. I'm gonna stay another 20 years and
run that video again.
And our water, the lake's gonna look like fucking Brazil's fucking beaches.
Right, like
and
Green
at the same
Bay.
time,
Green Bay.
We don't want
Green Bay water.
At the same time, our fucking our state's attorney doesn't want to arrest anybody. So why not make these motherfuckers go and pick up this fucking trash that's fucking everywhere?
Right.
Clean that shit. Do something.
I thought that was Buckingham for a minute, but that's way up north.
Yeah, this is Manhattan. That's New York.
Turbo says, so wait, tree huggers are at the Capitol now? They were.
How'd they get around the fences? Because the fences weren't even torn down yet.
Everyone knows walls don't work. Right? I mean, yeah, they actually do, because
definitely want to read this.
What's up, Miss Melly? Welcome to the stream. I'm doing great.
We are doing fantastic. Thank you. Read this excerpt from a Carl Sagan book, which I found to be quite powerful and relevant.
Right on. That gives me time to go grab a drink.
I have a foreboding of an America in my children's or grandchildren's time when the United States is a service and information economy, when nearly all key manufacturing industries have slipped away to other countries, when awesome technological powers are in the hands of a very few, and no one representing the public interest can even grasp the issues. When the people have lost the ability to set their own agendas or knowledgeably question those in authority, when clutching our crystals and nervously consulting our horoscopes, our critical faculties in decline, unable to distinguish between what feels good and what's true, we slide, almost without noticing, back into superstition and darkness. The dumbing down of America is most evident in the slow decay of substantive content in the enormously influential media. The 30-second sound bites now down to 10 seconds or less. Lowest common denominator programming. Credulous presentations on pseudoscience and superstition, but especially a kind of celebration of ignorance.
Holy fuck, dude. When did he write that?
This is from 95.
So yeah, his children's time. He's actually, is Carl Sagan still alive?
No.
No. So his children are, yeah. He's pretty good. This guy. He was plugged.
You're not familiar with much of his work?
Not much. A little bit. But I never really looked into him in particular.
Yeah, he actually died a year after this book came out.
No shit.
Yeah, I'm big on Sagan. I'm big on Jung. Of course.
Yeah, I've read a little bit
Motherfucking
of
Terrence
Jung.
McKenna.
Yeah.
But yeah, this shit, and I read this shit, stopped me dead in my tracks.
Yeah, it's ominous and accurate all at the same time.
The 30-second sound bites now are down to 10 seconds or less.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty soon it'll just be, just an image, a boob, and whatever they're trying to sell you.
Yep. Onion rings.
The vaccine.
Yeah,
look at this as we jab you.
You can now get it in the titty.
This is good. Yep.
TurboCast said, "Who did that trash?" The LGBTQ, IA plus community for the Pride parades in New York City. That's what that video was from, Turbo. Yeah, I saw this story too. China's Xi pledges reunification with Taiwan on party's birthday. Reunification, you say?
The mostly peaceful reacquisition of Taiwan will be celebrated by Biden and LeBron James, who owns slaves in both lands.
Of course. And LeBron James. I think Xi is going to be at the Space Jam grand premiere. I don't actually think that. I'm not sure if he's going to be there.
Here we have Joe Biden boasting about his 16 cents in savings.
Did you see that? Ground beef, pork chops, lemonade. Okay, I can understand. Sliced cheese
is now down 16 cents.
Does that look like a 4th of July fucking meal to you? Ground beef. How do you grill ground beef if it's not in a patty form?
Ground beef tacos.
Right?
With some lettuce and American cheese on them.
I would be super disappointed if I showed up to that fucking 4th of July party.
And some baked beans. We didn't do none of that refrying crazy shit.
Yeah, there's going to be some ice cream in there. That's Joe Biden's way of trolling us.
Pay attention. Children are taught to identify traitors. Neighbors are urged to report one another. Officials are pressed to pledge their loyalty. China has remade Hong Kong. This is how the city's freedom was taken. Pay attention. They'll even give you the playbook.
Yeah. Yeah.
In plain fucking sight.
They're not shy about it.
Elon Musk said in 2 weeks he was going to start sending people to Mars.
When is that? The 17th? Pretty soon.
When is SpaceX sending the first crew to Mars? 2 weeks. And that was on July 2nd. So should be seeing something soon.
Would that be crazy or what? Sending people to Mars this year? Weren't they
Yeah, 'cause,
supposed to do it like 2 years from now?
China said that they were going to do it by like I think 2030 or 2025. So he was like congratulating them and all this, and people on Twitter were of course saying he's a mark and he's a suit now. And he just dropped this, like he didn't make a big post about it. He commented,
Yeah, it was a
on
reply.
another post, yeah, as a reply, exactly, and sort of dropped a fucking bomb.
That'd be cool. I don't want to go.
Oh, here we go. Speaking of the robots, the
Yeah, I've
robot
seen this
fucking
video.
workforce.
This shit's fucking scary, bro.
Yep.
It's just it's creepy. It makes my skin crawl, actually.
Don't think for a second that the robot workforce isn't coming, and they very well might take your job by force.
Yeah. These fucking robots got better footwork than me, bro. Definitely more coordinated than me at times.
They're coming. Now, they might not even need plumbers. I always thought like plumbing, some like welding jobs and shit would be the last to go. Nah, that looks like they're going to have them all covered.
That's wild.
That is not CGI.
The fuck is that thing?
That's what comes to scoop up your fucking corpse to suck up what remaining blood you got.
Right? That's like the maid from the Jetsons.
Yeah. Irma.
Doing the running man? The running bot? Yeah, if anybody that's just listening, we're watching a video right now of Boston Dynamic robots doing some crazy shit. And it's not just the dog robots, they're like humanoid robots.
Yep, bipedal, fucking very, very cool, very frightening, all at the same time. But can't fight change. This is definitely the future. The rich and powerful people are definitely be putting their brains into something like this before too fucking long. Immortality is probably on the horizon for the few and elite. I mean, but of course, like motherfuckers like Rockefeller had like what 9 hearts.
Yeah, right.
They've been doing what they can for a fucking while. So again, not that far fetched and not that fucking outlandish.
They're definitely taking our jobs.
Governor Cuomo of New York says more people are dying of gun violence than of COVID.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, New York's fucked up, but I'm not sure if that's true, is it? I looked at the numbers today, and apparently in Chicago, 4,000 people have died of coronavirus, and in the same amount of time, slightly less have been shot. Not killed, just total shootings.
How many were killed by COVID and not ventilators and not the nurse, from being stuck in fucking nursing homes like a slave ship.
Yeah, New York especially.
Let's get the real numbers, and then we'll talk.
He shouldn't be talking about people dying in New York from COVID at all. He should be moving on to the next thing. How has he still got a fucking job? Didn't he have like fucking 12 chicks say that he's a fucking weirdo?
He sure did. On top of the fucking the nursing home fucking scandal. I mean, they didn't even take his Emmy away.
Did they just start a new fucking caucus? The fucking with old Representative Blackface down there in fucking North Carolina or wherever the fuck he was from? Was it Virginia? Was it one of the guys? Where there was a high school yearbook picture and one guy was wearing blackface and the other guy was wearing a Klansman robe, and he said that he was one of those guys. And he didn't say which one he was. Northam, is that his name? Ralph Northam, old Senator Blackface, or Governor Blackface, or whatever the fuck he is. I'm from Chicago. I know all my representatives, and they're all shit.
The Fauci witnesses are sure to be coming door to door in the coming days.
Yeah, how fucking crazy is that?
Not that crazy. It's sort of been talking about shit like this happening for a while now. So
Yeah.
for me, not that fucking crazy.
Your response here is perfect. Yeah, it's perfect.
Do you have time to talk about the Lord and Savior Anthony Fauci? I've all about the ideology of fucking science and showing exactly what they are, how they are using science, how science is being manipulated as a fucking tool and used to manipulate people, their minds, fucking outcomes, fortify elections, their words, not mine. But yeah, they'll be coming around the mountain when they come.
And I'm going to tell them, just like I told the fucking census people, get the fuck off my property. Don't you know there's a pandemic going on?
So, I mean, the heiress is so out of touch with America and the people, the people that, championed for her, for one, which is so fucking hilarious, doesn't know that Kinko's doesn't exist, doesn't know that rural Americans have fucking smartphones, and now apparently doesn't know that people hate the fucking Jehovah's Witnesses and any sort of fucking door-to-door fucking nonsense. We have no call lists, bitch. Like, really?
Right? People in rural America can't go to Kinko's. Nobody can go to Kinko's.
Yeah. She has no idea what it's like outside of her fucking guarded fortress. And I'm not just talking about DC. I'm talking about the one that she lived in all year.
Yeah, that's the truth, man. She has no fucking clue what's going on. Only what she saw in El Paso.
Plug that book. Highly fucking recommended.
Sacred Mushroom and the Cross.
Definitely read that shit. Chinese spy arrested in Germany. You don't say. China doesn't spy on people. They couldn't possibly be in our country right now.
No.
In the technology, they could not be fucking enacting an espionage in almost any fucking every single thing that they do.
Right?
That's
Get
crazy.
Straight out of town. I wouldn't be surprised if there's Chinese diplomats in every state talking to the fucking state legislatures and governors about investing in infrastructure. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because, infrastructure can mean any fucking thing right now. We all know that they bought a couple of fucking Hunter Biden's Coke straw paintings.
Meanwhile, champions of civil rights, China reportedly terminated nearly all public WeChat accounts circulated by LGBT plus groups in Chinese colleges. In an overnight crackdown, overnight, all wiped. There's your free speech. There's your free assembly. All of that.
Yeah, WeChat's basically the number one social media site in China. It's state sponsored, so that's like their fucking Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Brown trout become addicted to the illegal drug methamphetamine when it accumulates in waterways, which is accumulating in the waterways.
What? Check it out. That reminds me of another. What was it? An amphibian? If the legend tells correctly, wasn't it the frogs that were turning gay with the water or something? Brown trout can turn meth head.
All right. Fuck.
The laser eyes is nice. Fuck with the laser eyes.
2 dead, several injured in a shooting at an aquarium in Texas. And my only fucking concern was, are the fish okay?
Right?
Is let's
be real.
let's be real here. Did the fish fucking make it?
I think they just caught this guy yesterday or the day before. This is great. I saw this one earlier.
So yeah, what is it? ODNI?
Yeah, what is that? The Office of the Director of National Intelligence?
There you go. Bought a stock photo called Portrait of Multicultural Office Staff Standing in Lobby. And photoshopped a woman in a wheelchair and a blind guy onto the fucking photo.
They bought it. So they found the stock image,
And
presumably off of a Google image search, because
and there
that's
you
where
can
everybody
see
else found it since then.
and they added the man with the dog, the service dog, and the woman in the wheelchair.
Yeah, look at the shadows on the wheelchair lady. That's way off. It's not even good Photoshop. Like the dog, the blind guy with the dog, at least the shadows match on his legs, but the shadows on the wheelchair lady, that's horrible.
And I think this completely represents this fucking Biden administration, you know, and their fake fucking, I guess, championing for justice. You know, it's all a charade and all a fucking hurrah.
Yeah. It's a pretty good signpost of this administration so far.
Just creating a fucking illusion, and not a very good one either. Very cheap.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's only been 144 days.
We're diverse as fuck. Trust us. None of these people work for this fucking office. None of these people. Not just the fucking wheelchair and the blind guy. None of these people work for the ODNI.
Right? As a matter of fact, all of those people are probably independent contractors. You know what I mean? These people file 1099s. They don't work for national intelligence.
Here's an interesting one. Nitty prenatal test is developed with the Chinese military with links to the PLA. It stores DNA from millions of women from 52 countries with the possible aim of developing genetically engineered pathogens targeted to specific genetic traits. If that's not appropriate.
Yeah, I did read about this story too.
Hopefully nobody fucking got one of those 23andMe fucking kits and shit out there. I know a few people that have had their fucking kids do it, unfortunately, but stay away from that shit, man. You do not want to license your fucking DNA to any fucking government, corporation, or entity.
They're definitely fucking databasing that shit. I mean, for sure.
Mapping the genome, and they can do whatever the fuck they want with it once they fucking get it.
Yeah, I mean, right here they say stores DNA from millions of women from 52 countries.
Oh yeah, speaking of back to China trolling the fuck out of us, here's another pretty good one, and sort of makes me wonder if China wasn't behind some of the things going on over there all along. China says the United States is leaving a mess in Afghanistan, and Taliban welcomes friend Beijing to reconstruct the country. Is it that far-fetched to think maybe China wasn't keeping things going there all along, and China wasn't constantly engaging in shit over there, you know?
Yeah, someone had to pay for the shit, you know? It wasn't us supplying the fucking rockets to fight Russia this time. It was somebody else supplying the rockets to fight us. Who do you think someone else was? But I do remember somebody saying a long time ago that China was going to move into Afghanistan and ally with the Taliban. And I think today they said that the Taliban, the Pentagon came out and said that the Taliban is pursuing a military strategy, not a diplomatic one, like they've been talking about in the news for the last 6 months, that Taliban was trying to turn itself into an actual political party. Nah, they're just going to kill people again. Starting with the 22 special ops soldiers that tried to surrender yesterday or today. I don't know how the fucking days work in Afghanistan compared to here. Probably like 17 hours ahead or some shit. But yeah, I think they said 22 Afghanistan commandos tried to surrender to the Taliban, and the Taliban executed them all in Call of Duty yesterday.
Things are just going so fucking peachy. So fucking peachy.
The world is safe again, right?
Is agree.
Not only the world is safe, but hard as hell to make copies.
To voter ID, one of those compromises that you'd support?
I don't think that we should underestimate what that could mean. Because in some people's mind, that means, well, you're going to have to Xerox or photocopy your ID to send it in to prove you are who you are. Well, there are a whole lot of people, especially people who live in rural communities, who don't, there's no Kinko's, there's no Office Max near them. People have to understand that when we're talking about voter ID laws, be clear about who you have in mind and what would be required of them to prove who they are. Of course, people have to prove who they are.
Oh,
but not in a way that makes it almost impossible for them to prove who they are.
Whew.
Is agreeing.
Fuck, that was hard to get through, man. So fucking hard to get through with this.
She's so fake.
She's
so
such a fucking
fake,
idiot. She's such a fucking idiot, man. Who doesn't have a camera on their fucking phone? Like most like banking apps or anything like that. If you go to buy a car right now, you have to take a picture of your fucking ID and add it to their fucking verification thing. If you fucking, want to fucking get into fucking some banking apps, you have to fucking do that. It's a common fucking thing now. And how do they not know this, man? How are these people in charge of the free fucking world and so out of touch with basic fucking things in our fucking society? How common have fucking smartphones been for so fucking long now? They have Walmarts in rural America. They might not have a Kinko's because there isn't a Kinko's anywhere, but there's certainly a fucking Walmart and people can get a fucking phone.
I mean, she does realize what voting demographic lives in the rural areas, right?
I don't think she does. Blizz. I think she was really hard trying to stay colored there. She absolutely was. But yeah. I don't think she knows demographics.
Like none of it made sense. Not one bit of it. First of all, Kinko's has been out of business for what? Fucking 15 years?
It's insane.
Kinko's go out of business. Where
it's
the
insane.
fuck have you been?
It is insane, man.
She was too busy with Mean Willie.
She's too busy locking people up and not letting DNA evidence fucking, take a look at some of her convictions.
Mm-hmm.
She's too busy arresting people for fucking drugs. Crimes. Yep, absolutely.
While she's listening to Tupac in college,
wearing
smoking
Timbs.
Weed.
Yep. Doing footwork in her Timbs. I believe it. I fucking believe it.
Oh, man.
Trump's mentioning Babbitt.
Yeah, he mentioned Babbitt a lot over the last couple of weeks.
This is fucking hilarious.
I laughed. This is another one that you posted that I literally laughed out loud.
So, there's Hurricane, what was it, Irma? Fucking Elsa, whatever the fuck it was over the week. And I saw this pop onto my feed that if you Googled preparing for a hurricane, the first step is really a non-step. It says take basic steps now, which is fucking sort of stupid. Like, why are you wasting time? This is very important information. Why do get to the fucking steps to save some fucking lives? But
step one to prepare for a hurricane. Take basic steps.
Now. Step 2, get a COVID-19 vaccine as soon as you can. What? Does the jab also work on fucking tornadoes?
Global warming. The best thing to stop global warming. Step 2, get a COVID-19 vaccine. Step 1, think about taking beginning steps.
Yeah. Find the nearest vaccine place. I shared this one in the Discord as well. Lightning strike kills 11 people taking selfies on a tall building in India. Pretty
That's one way to
pretty
go, I guess, huh?
yeah. Pretty unbelievable.
I
But
read
make your own jokes there.
I read that entire story, and they said something like 23 people died of lightning strikes in that day.
What the fuck is really China? I'm looking at you, China. They're fucking doing everything they can to fuck over India.
Yeah,
It wouldn't
we're watching
surprise
you.
me. It wouldn't surprise me.
I'm watching you, Xi.
Like if anything else falls out of the sky on India or anywhere near India, I know where to look.
Right? And she's like, "Oh, I'm watching you too."
Yeah. One eye on India, one eye on Taiwan.
He's paying people to watch everybody.
So Biden's going to engage with fact checkers with SMS fucking carriers to basically fact check your text messages, you know, in your regular fucking lives. It's, you know, they're totally not spying on you. They're totally not fucking listening, you know, at every fucking moment, at every fucking second. It's totally not fucking happening. But, you know, that's not far enough. Now they need to.
How can that be legal? Like, how? To just come out and say, yeah, we're going to be reading your text messages and fucking
going
in
to be
fact checks.
Going.
But I mean, actually,
we've been.
I understand that, but I mean, like, not just fucking databasing every single one, but actually having some AI system read the messages and put fucking, what does it say? Just misinformation labels in the fucking text message.
Like, if this ain't the type of thing that people, well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised because I thought Epstein would be the type of thing that would make people come together and fucking realize who the fucking enemies are, come together and try to fucking do something good for everybody. But yeah, no, I mean, this is just a, you know, they ain't just spying on the right. They ain't just spying on insurrectionists or anti-government extremists. You know, it ain't just looking at criminals without a warrant. It's none of that. It's, you know, you're free. Your thought is not safe. And if your thought is ever deemed a threat to the fucking state, you know what fucking happens. And don't tell me it won't, because that's where the fuck this goes. That's the only place where this can fucking go.
Yeah, that's scary shit, man.
Won't shut me up. Won't shut me up though. Yeah, I'm definitely not down with that, to say the least.
What up, Swamp Fox? Thanks for tuning in, bud. Oh, look who's back, Red. Our buddy Anarcho Doomerism. You remember him? I think I just unbanned Anarcho because he was funny in somebody else's chat that I was in some other day, but immediately first Hey, this is actually eerily familiar to the time you did get blocked, because you were talking about us crying and we were just laughing the whole time. Like, if you're funny, it's worth it. I'd rather keep you around.
So
come on, be nice.
Getting into footage of South Africa now.
Yeah,
but also we really didn't get into Cuba, which
apparently
also happened before this, where I just want to drop the line of freedom and other anti-government fucking slogans being screamed in Cuba.
Yeah. What was that? The Washington Post, or was it the Washington Times that posted?
And Biden's also tries to claim that they're protesting for vaccine availability.
Yeah. Bernie said it was about the embargoes. That's why they're out there protesting.
I didn't hear anybody yelling embargo. I didn't hear anybody yelling Johnson & Johnson or Moderna. They were yelling freedom and waving American flags.
Right? Yeah, I don't see one fucking embargo sign, like stop the embargoes. I don't see any of those signs. Apparently this South Africa thing started with they arrested the ex-president. Like, what was his name? I forgot his name, but a former president they arrested, and that's what kicked it off in South Africa this time. Seethe, cope, and cry. Civility politics only benefits right-wing inbreds. I don't know, man. If like the actual right-wing inbreds, I don't think civility works well with people that are inbred.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to look into it.
But if that is the case, I don't know. It seemed to have worked pretty well, you know, conquering the world and all that.
Damn,
So
people are dying. You might want to change that. Yeah, we can't show that.
it's GTA, man. It's clearly GTA.
Oh yeah, that was totally GTA. That was Oak Street, right? Or was it 18th Street?
Grove Street.
Grove, yeah. You're not a right-wing inbred, Swamp Fox.
Out on the line to honor your trust with trust. So hear me clearly. There's an
hear me clearly.
attempt to suppress and subvert the right to vote.
Right to
Fair and free elections.
the right to what?
Assault on democracy. An assault on liberty. An assault on who we are. Who we are as Americans.
Who are we, Joe?
For make no mistake,
Who are we, Joe? Tell us.
bullies and merchants of fear, peddlers of lies, are threatening the very foundation of our country. It gives me no pleasure to say this. I never thought in my entire career I'd ever have to say it. But I swore an oath to you, to God, to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution.
Which God?
That's an oath that
Who's
forms
God?
a sacred trust to defend America against all threats, both foreign and
Whoa.
domestic.
Oh, he accentuated that. Did you catch that?
But he also slurred through some words.
Oh yeah, like he had a cough drop in his mouth.
Assault on free and fair elections is just such a threat. Literally. I've said it before. We're facing the most significant test of our democracy since the Civil War.
Now it's just a test.
Just a test.
Now it's just a test. It's no longer a threat.
Back then, never breached the Capitol.
This is like George Bush's color schemes. You know, we've been downgraded to blue.
Yeah. This is just the test of the emergency American white supremacy system. Oh wait, this is voting. This is voting now. The voting act of white supremacy system.
Prepare for Pearl Harbor. We get 9/11 twice. We've had the Civil Wars is underway. Prepare for Biden's Pearl Harbor. Get your canned goods ready. It might get wet.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, I'm not going to block anarcho-doomerism, Swamp Fox. We've already talked about it. He called me some names, and I told him that he was almost funny. That to be funnier next time he came through. I really don't want to ban anybody, so as long as nobody breaks TOS, then
Yeah, I mean,
be
should we
golden.
get anarcho-doomerism into the Discord? That'd be wonderful if he could just abide by TOS. That'd be great. It'd be kind of thing that would get some engagement.
Yeah, Swamp, you did do good in that last panel, bud. I enjoyed it. Jacob Zuma, yeah, that's the dude, Sharon. That's what I'm talking about. Always coming through. Sharon's definitely plugged. Yeah, they arrested the president, Jacob Zuma, and that's what's leading to all this shit going on in South Africa right now, in Cuba and Haiti. I mean, obviously not Jacob Zuma's arrest, but these other countries, there's a whole bunch of shit going on. Gotta
White
get back in and
supremacists,
socialize.
white supremacists all over the world.
And I don't know if
launching
you've
their
heard,
nukes.
but they have nukes in F-15s. He's talking shit about you in particular now, Red. Your turn.
That's funny. That's just fine.
That wasn't that funny. What's happening, Freddie? Welcome to the stream, bud. So yeah, that was all the news. I'll check it real quick just to see if anything else dropped. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about Governor Abbott saying that he was going to arrest all the Democrats from Texas that left that went to DC. And apparently the remaining members of the House voted and it passed unanimously. So when they do step back into Texas, they will be arrested and they will be taken to the chamber floor and they will be forced to continue to do their job. I heard they responded today, but I don't think that they could do anything about it.
Are they going to go on the run? Or are they just not going to go home? They're going to be fucking fugitives?
Yeah, half of the fucking state legislature is just going to be MIA. How do you think that'll play?
Replace them. I don't know, to see what's in the law. Because, yeah, he does have the right by Texas law to fucking lock him up. But I don't know what, what happens as far, as after sentencing and shit like that, Like what happened when Blagojevich got locked up here and went to the fucking
Yeah, I don't think it's an actual arrest. I think they get taken into custody and brought to the Senate. So they're brought to the House floor to do their business and they're not allowed to leave if there's a special session called. You know what I mean? Like they get arrested because they get taken into custody, but they don't take them to jail.
They're not being charged with anything. They're just going to fucking work.
Yeah,
that's pretty fucking it's childish that it has to fucking go there. And yeah,
you don't fuck around in Texas. Though,
absolutely no hope for any of these fucking politicians, man.
If they thought that they were going to fucking put up a fight in Texas in 2024, this might have a lot to do with that. You know what I mean?
Well, I just got a new piece of information, which I think is pretty fucked up, man. Honestly, Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas says Haitian and Cuban asylum seekers who try to come to the U.S. will not be allowed in the country, even if in fear of persecution. They will be resettled in third countries. What the fuck is that?
Really?
What the fuck is that?
Is it what? Like, how does that make sense, dude? How does that make sense? How does that make sense? They've been allowing so many fucking. Oh my god!
No, because I had that same conversation with one of my nieces. She was asking me about the immigration and the border issue, and I told her, it's a very complex issue. There's many fucking angles to it, but one side of it is there are many people around the world that would love to get to America, that probably need to get to America for one reason or another, and simply weren't born on a country that borders us. So, is it fair that all these people fucking, come here illegally, whether, you feel, whether you feel about borders and shit like that, either way, social programs and shit like that do fucking run out. And it isn't exactly fair to people in fucking India and fucking Pakistan because, they
just
simply just weren't born. Yeah.
Even though they might be facing even worse persecution.
Just like,
being persecuted by their actual government instead of organized crime in their state, in their country,
the same argument, is like, it's not people's fault that they weren't born in America. They should get those same rights. Well, maybe Cubans and Haitians and Indians and Pakistanis should have the same rights as Mexico and be able to fucking get in here too. Or is that not okay?
I mean, there are reports of like 50,000 illegal crossings on the southern border in like one district. And if you The report just came out yesterday that in Cuba, overnight, Sunday night, they arrested 57 of the opposition party. They basically kidnapped fucking 57 of the opposition party members. Like, if that's not persecution by your actual government and asylum seekable, you know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck is.
Yeah, I don't think they're not taking them in because we're full. I think it might be because some of these people are waving American flags and screaming freedom
and yelling freedom.
That might be the fucking reason.
Or maybe just Joe Biden's, forgot that he's not a racist anymore, and they're too brown. You know what I mean?
Could be. It's all on the fucking table.
Everything is on the table at this point. We did that in Australia years ago, third country resettlement. We actually have a deal with the U.S. Yeah, we're your third country. That's funny. That's funny. Virtue signal more, Doomerism says.
Sure.
Doomer.
Just
anybody that's actually persecuted by the government of the country that they live in, asylum is an available step to take.
See, and that's the thing too, is because I call the Mexican, the Mexican, the Mexicans coming over the border, the Central and South Americans coming over the border, refugees.
Yep.
My Latino friends will disagree with me and say that they're not refugees. And if you disagree and say that they're not refugees, then one, why the fuck are they here? Why the fuck should they be allowed here? So, I'm willing to fucking call them refugees and say, fuck it. But I would not, but at the same time, if they're refugees, we should be sending some of them to fucking Canada. We should be sending them everywhere like we do with all the other fucking refugees. Why are they just our refugees?
Yeah.
Like Canada's a part of this fucking continent. So they could either start taking in some of these guys or face the invasion of the evil racist white folks when we start fucking moving out. Your move, Canada.
Right. I'll gladly trade places with a Mexican citizen as long as I get to fucking move to, the city of my choosing in Mexico. I'll go to
I'm willing to do. We talked about this. I'm willing to do foreign exchange somewhere, fucking, somewhere Central America. Fuck it.
Let's do it. Live like a king. Go to Costa Rica. Be a fucking millionaire. Live like a millionaire, I should say.
Swap me out right now. Put me in, coach. I'm ready.
Doomerism says all right wingers should be exiled to the trash island in the Pacific.
Hey, just like the unvaccinated ghetto, man, the streets will be paved in gold on that trash island in no time. Round us up. Give us our spot. Put me in the woods with an axe. Come back and see how long before I got myself a fucking crib. Right. Fireplace. Living fucking well. Go ahead. I'll take it. I'll take my fucking trash island. Watch.
That's where fucking Washington DT is gonna be.
You're gonna have to nuke me before too long because they're doing things a little bit too big and too well over there. Our people are gonna want to start making their own trash islands. It'll be anarchy.
You all can have Trump as king there. No, Trump's gonna be president for like the next 50 years until he dies after Biden, bro. You got plenty of Trump to look forward to. Don't worry about it. I'm sure you've seen the meme where it's Trump 2020 and then it turns 2024 and then it turns 2028 and then it just starts going really fast. I bet you couldn't even swing an axe. You sound like you sit for a living.
I wish.
Right.
Fuck.
I bet you.
That's actually, I'll take that as a compliment, man. Right? I sound like regal and distinguished.
I'll literally put up axe swings, like axe swings that are already in the bank. I'm sure I've got you beat. Not even if I could swing an axe. Just the amount of times I already have swung an axe. Cope. Do you even know what cope means? Do you know what cope means? Serious question, Anarcho. Do you know what cope means? Or is it just like a fucking dumb lefty tagline?
It's Old
No, it
Faithful,
means you
Old
sound like you're
Trusty.
having trouble breathing just talking on Discord. I'm
We over here
smoking a
smoking,
cigarette,
son.
right? Smoking like crazy. I smoked 3 bowls and probably 4 cigarettes since I started this podcast. And I got a runny nose. What's your problem for being a little bitch? What's your excuse? I'm happy you came, Anarcho Doomerism.
Trumpansies. See, I prefer trumpeteers.
Trumpeteers.
I think
funnier.
trumpeteers is far more clever. And I poo-poo anyone that doesn't. So sorry.
Cope is when
Be more
Trumpansies
clever.
cry for my entertainment.
That's a line that you know who used to use though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's like the only other person that I heard use that line, that Trumpansie line. I distinctly remember that coming out of his mouth and his Facebook posts. Someone might be revealing themselves here.
No, I think this anarcho-doomerism is I've seen this guy in a lot of different chats just perusing through Twitch.
And that must just be a super that must be in all the Antifa chat groups.
Yeah, no, I just think that there's more dumb fucks than we even imagine.
They're dumber and
right?
And
I named this stream Clown World. That's so funny. Y'all act like wild animals. Yeah, I mean, kind of.
Yeah, the dark jungle suburbs of America. It's
Well, there ain't no fucking Kinkos over here. That's all I can tell you. I don't use Boomer Book. No, neither do I. I stopped using Facebook like 7, 8 years ago. Long time. Little mama. Oh boy, you got that right. Thanks for stopping through, little mama. What else we got going on? Got a bunch of people join the Discord since we were on today. That's good shit. Appreciate everybody. If anybody else wants to join the Discord, I'll throw another link up there for y'all. Like we've said a couple of times already, we're really active in the Discord, man. If anybody wants to actually interact with us more often, feel free to join. Throw up some messages, throw up some posts. Just start talking some shit if you want to fucking argue about something or actually have a good faith debate or conversation, We're here for it, so feel free. Use the space as you see fit. Just don't break TOS.
It's definitely not an echo chamber, or we're attempting not to. We're definitely attempting to get people like anarcho-doomerism to get in there and engage. They have their own little separate space so they can, hang out and talk shit about everybody on the other side. There's a place for, for the right, for the left, people in between. Anything you can think of, we're here for it.
Did you just delete that comment? Oh, no. Doomerism says, no such thing as a good faith right-winger. I mean...
You got a very just sad and dark worldview, my guy. Like, man.
Yeah.
Is it all just doom and gloom? I guess it is. Just like you're Eeyore of your friend group, huh? Hey man, you want to come outside and throw a ball, or like your kid comes up to you, hey dad, take me for a walk. It'll probably rain. The government disenfranchised a lot of people, so I'm not gonna try. It's raining to me.
Right. There's no use. We should just stay home.
I give up. Don't make me try.
Right? I wish I could change your name for you to Eeyore right now. Eeyore Doomerism.
Yep, Eeyore Doomerism.
Like, are you happy about anything? Is there a silver lining to anything Doomerism? Like, I mean, you're obviously not a Biden supporter, right? Being an anarchist.
Let
And
me
Biden being a liberal.
go ahead and tell you the secret of life, anarcho-doomerism. Perspective. Life literally is what you make it. And you can have as wonderful a time on this planet as you want, or you could be a sad sack of shit and, wallow in the deepest, darkest pit that you want. That's your freedom. You do with that. You do as you will with that information.
And the nicest, exiling right wingers is the most TOS safe thing I could say about right wingers. And the nicest. Exiling right wingers.
Shit, dude, give me the. I'll gladly go. I'll go to the trash island. I've got plans for that. I've already thought about fucking the future of those
Right.
islands and shit and how I could build something on it. I've
Wait.
seen what they've done in Dubai with man-made islands. That ain't shit. I'll take the unvaccinated ghetto or reservation, whatever you want to fucking call it. Set the land aside. Give me my 40 acres and a mule. I will go today, son. Let's do it. Less talk and more action, Eeyore. Do it. Go the fuck outside and do it. You gotta get
Right.
up. Gotta get up and do it though, man. It might rain outside.
Doomer's the type that would probably tell us that we'd still have to pay taxes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You want to
Go
talk
to
about
fucking England, but you still got to pay taxes here, or else we're gonna fucking charge you fucking 30 times more.
you want to talk about you can't spell something without red. Well, there is no do in doomerism. Is there?
Doo-doo. Seriously, anarcho, is there anything that like what makes you get up in the morning? Is there anything, or is it just fucking hating right wingers? is that what brings a smile to your face? Really? I kind of think you're like.
I hope you do
might,
a better job at it, at like riling them up than you do here.
Mm-hmm. I actually kind of think anarcho-doomerism is a Trump supporter that just likes going undercover. Exile yourself. Aware, I think you tried to spell. The buzzards will be amused.
Sure the buzzards will be amused.
Well, sure.
You wouldn't you'd be insinuating that I off myself, would you? That's not very nice. I hope not.
There actually is do in doomerism.
No, I'm saying in you. Anarcho-doomerism is you. There is no do in you. You don't do much, if anything. I'm sorry that I even had to fucking clarify that for you. I know everybody over here was, we were all riding that together. We all got it. But welcome. I'm glad you got the joke. Now
Maybe
you're all caught up with us.
Maybe that's why he's such a doomer, is because nobody is doing him. I don't care if you're riled up. We're not riled up, buddy. This is easy going. We've been smoking weed all day.
Resting heart rate, buddy.
I just want it known how trash you are.
All right.
Why don't you buy a billboard? You could put our avatars on it and say, these guys, trash.
Yeah, make sure you share our links in all the all the anarchist fucking don't do shit fucking forums, and tell them to come for us.
Mm-hmm.
We'd love to have them all on our next show.
There really seems to be some super deep-seated hatred.
When you don't do shit, all you can do is just sit around and imagine, be as angry as you want.
I'm worried about your blood pressure level, anarcho-doomerism. I'm worried
He
about
ain't.
your.
Probably got a 2-liter right next to him.
Right is the dog shit on humanity's shoe. It's not even. That's not even funny. Be funny, Anarcho. Make me laugh, buddy. Entertain me. Come on, I'm putting your name up on the stream screen and everything. It's like a shout out.
He is not living up. This is the part on in the Apollo where the fucking cane comes and yanks your ass off stage. Come and sweep your ass off.
Yep. This is where that long cane just comes out of the side stage and wah, 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 wah.
I think we do need to wrap this up for now. I got to do a little bit of things before I do go in for work. But
Cool,
this
man.
was good being back. Had a lot of fun. We'll definitely try to be back next week. Definitely won't be 3 weeks before we're back.
For sure.
But,
For sure. Yeah, we're gonna probably work on trying to get our Marxist-Leninist friend in to have a conversation with us. We'll see how that goes. Anarcho, you should probably come. You want to come and actually have a talk sometime? I'll be more than willing to open up
Marxist Leninist. Absolutely.
We could open it up. I don't know exactly what your, where you stand, but seems like you're on the left considering what you said. All the shit you said about the right in the stream. I sure hope you're not a centrist. If I had to guess, I would say you are a anarcho-communist. That's what I would, if I had to guess. And just so you know, it's literally not possible to be a practicing Catholic and a communist at all times. So.
Oh, wow. I didn't have my my OBS up. He actually said he said some messages on my stream, which is pretty fucking interesting. No one watches your white trash show. Just quit. You do a few times.
Right?
Cry more. Fuck off with your virtue signaling. You bitch about legal immigration too.
You know what?
I don't know. Show me the sound bites, man. Show me the sound bites. Don't just fucking accuse me of something. Bring me the receipts.
You know what that says though? Anarcho, you're the real MVP of our podcast. You are what keeps us alive, buddy. You are the reason we keep coming back. Thank you, Sharon. We appreciate you being here. We are looking forward to talking to you. It's been a while. I know I did get a message saying that people are still getting timed out on Facebook, or not Facebook, on YouTube. And I went again real time and checked, and I have 0 moderators in my YouTube. So if anybody was getting their messages blocked on YouTube, it's probably algorithm, and you probably used a word that is against the narrative.
Yep. Be mindful of the narrative. It certainly ain't us modding it. But thank you to everybody that did join the Discord. Look forward to interacting with all you guys in there. Until the next one.
I'll drop
shaming and insulting you is more progress and fun.
Not a communist. So just an anarchist. Huh. It's a lot like a libertarian, isn't it? He's gonna love that one.
He's like, he's the dark side of the force.
Yeah. He's the anti-Ron Paul. All right, I threw up another link for the Discord. If anybody is in the chat still and you are interested in joining the Discord, interested in being more engaged with the podcast and with the community, just join up there.
But yeah, it's not just that though. Fucking, talking about all different sorts of news, sports, just a place to bullshit.
Yeah.
share memes, you know, hang out, laugh. So yeah, check it out. Thank you that those that did.
For
Catch
sure.
you guys. Catch you guys as soon as we can.
And with that, everybody out there, stay positive. We'll catch you next time.
Late.